Welcome back. Here we are on day 4 of our 24-day journaling practice. Today we're going to do some journaling to help calm and find rest when we're having an anxious day or moment. So it's restful journaling for an anxious mind. What often happens is that we have this rush of stressful thoughts and feelings and this sense of overwhelm rush into our minds, and then our minds try and solve all these problems all at once, and it doesn't know how to move forward from that place, and it feels really tense and overwhelmed and on edge, and it can be very scary. So how do we overcome that kind of anxiety? One of the ways is just to connect with, yesterday we spoke about connecting to our feelings, but connecting to what is making us anxious. Connecting to, instead of running from it, instead of trying to hide from it, really truly face up to it. And something that I've discovered is many of us have this fear that we have these demons inside of this part of ourselves that we can't trust, and that's so scary and horrible and undefinable. But actually, when we start to choose to meet ourselves in that place of anxiety and to recognize and really parent ourselves through it, like, hey, you know what? I'm feeling this moment, and that doesn't make me a bad person. It doesn't mean there's something wrong with me. It means that my inner child and me, myself, I need a moment of attention and presence right now. And that's what I want to give us right here. So when you're paralyzed by that inner thought and it starts looping and telling you all of these things, and you just want to run and get away from it, I want you to come and sit down on your meditation cushion, on your sofa, on your bed, on your yoga mat, on the floor. It does not matter. Just take a moment and sit down. And then open up your notebook, or just find a scrap of paper, a napkin, whatever it takes. Of course, a planner is always a good idea. And then let's begin. First question, first prompt is write down your anxious thoughts. What are you feeling? I'm going to give you 2 minutes just to start writing. Go ahead, start now. I like to take deep breaths when I'm journaling, because often some stuff is coming up that I might not have wanted to acknowledge. One of the things that I know is really true for me is the fact that I'm incredibly caffeine sensitive, and it's such a annoying thing because I love the smell of coffee. I enjoy the social experience of coffee. I enjoy the process. But it's really not good for me. And whenever I drink even just 1 cup of coffee, my anxiety is completely heightened. And when I don't drink coffee, I don't get anxiety. There is a parallel link. And so I know that my anxious thoughts are often just a physical response to something that my body can't metabolize well. And of course, this is going to be different for everyone, but I would like to encourage you to explore what kind of habits, whether they're physical, psychological, or otherwise, that you engage in consistently, that you could try just adjusting or switching out to see if it makes a difference in how you feel. Life is an experimentation, and we all should be consistently trying to adjust ourselves so that we feel the best that we can feel. I think that's everyone's priority, and that's all we're all seeking. We're all pleasure seeking beings as human beings. And so when you actually make a conscious choice to like, hey, these things don't make me feel good, and I really do want to feel good, I deserve to feel good, and then you make some changes. So what kind of anxious thoughts came through for you? Do you see a pattern? Do you see a cycle? And if not today, it might show up later on throughout this challenge where you'll see certain thoughts repeat themselves, and they're really important to recognize. Now, really practical task, I want you to write down your tasks for the next day just to give your brain a rest. So write down what you need to do tomorrow. So your brain is like, okay, cool, I don't need to think about it anymore, it's all written down on a list. Ready? Go. I want you to remember that you can pause these guided journaling practices anytime when you need some more time to sit and write. I really want you to prioritize writing until you're done, not until I start speaking again, because I might move through these faster than you need to, and that's okay. You know, I'm presenting here and I'm sharing, and everyone has their own timeline and their own speed, so honor yours. If you're done, wait till we move on to the next section. If you need more time, press pause until you're ready, and then we can continue together. I'll still be here. Okay, let's say that you've finished your list of things that you need to do tomorrow. If not, press pause. And now I want you to write a list of the things that you're grateful for. It doesn't have to be huge. Let's start with 5. I'm really grateful for my adaptability, because my life isn't very linear, and my ability to be fluid and move with things makes it so much easier than if I were really grasping onto things being a certain way tightly. So there's a gratitude that I have. I'm also always grateful for the sun. I'm so grateful for the friends and human beings I'm surrounded by. The more I work on myself, the more honest I become, the more vulnerability that I practice, the better the connections and the friendships are that I attract. And that is so fulfilling and gratifying, and such a beautiful mirror and reflection of who I am and my own growth and evolution in this life, which is what we're all here for, right? Finally, I want you to write down how you want to be feeling, but I want you to write it in present tense. This is a manifesting trick. When we want to manifest something in the world, because our subconscious mind does not understand time in terms of past and future, it only understands it in present tense. When we want something to happen in the future, we always write it as if it's happening right now. So maybe you want to feel relaxed, so I would write then, I feel relaxed. I am relaxed and strong enough to manage my day with grace and ease. Life is fun and easy. I am capable of doing anything I choose to do. These kinds of things. So they're almost like positive affirmations that you are, what's the word I'm looking for? Like imprinting your body with for the day and the days ahead. So how do you want to feel? Put it in present tense. What's the opposite of anxious? Maybe relaxed, maybe at ease. I feel at ease. I feel like I'm able to trust the process that I'm going through. I feel that even though sometimes things are challenging, I am supported in showing up in the ways that I need to. I feel excited about the future I'm creating for myself by choosing with intention my perspective and the way that I see the world. There's so many options. I'd love you to share some of them in the comments below, because by inspiring us with your positive affirmations, we also evolve and grow. See you next time.